welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to be sharing with you my top 10 most worn items for winter, and honestly I can't believe that it's basically spring here in Sydney. Just to give you guys a little bit of a reference, because I know a lot of you are based in the Northern Hemisphere, in Sydney, Australia where I live, we have really mild winters. So I'm talking, we have a lot of days where it's 23 degrees. However, in the morning it'll be between 8 and 12 degrees. So really cold mornings. For me at least, because I've definitely acclimatized to the weather here, and then we have these really beautiful days where you could probably go without wearing a sweater if you really didn't want to. So I'm going to run you guys through all the clothing pieces first, and then I will talk about the accessories that I've worn a lot. And I guess the first thing that I want to talk about is something that you've probably barely seen me wear, and it's because it's been a layering piece. Now, because it does get so warm during the day, I will wear a really oversized sweater on my way to work, and then underneath that I'll wear a t-shirt. And the one that I've been wearing a lot is this heart tee from Ruby. Now, I want to say I bought this last year. I've had this for quite a while now, and it's actually a really great alternative to the Comme des Garçons tee, which I will link in the description box below, and also this one as well if it is still available. But I love this. It's 100% cotton and it has the turned up sleeves, but the thing that really gets me is this little love heart detail on the chest. I just think it's really sweet. It definitely elevates the fact that this is an otherwise basic t-shirt, and it's one that I sort of feel is a little bit more dressed up. So I tend to wear this a lot for work. I'm usually wearing heels on my feet too, so I don't feel too bad about wearing a t-shirt, but that has just sort of been my go-to, the one that I generally reach for because it is quite thick as well. It's got a bit of give, but it's just very, very comfortable to wear. Next, let's talk about the sweater that I have worn the most this winter, and I'm sure you guys can already guess, and I actually think it was in my last most worn video for autumn, which I will link up here if you haven't watched that one yet. It is my Joseph sweater. Now, this has honestly been one of the best kind of investments for my wardrobe this year. I picked it up during the end of year sales, and I'm so glad that I did. I do feel like sale season is a really great opportunity to pick up a higher quality piece but for a fraction of the price, and that was definitely what I got with this sweater. I just feel like it's so cozy. The wool is really nice and soft, and it's really malleable, and I find that it's really relaxed in terms of the fit and how it hangs on my body, which I really like. And I think that the ribbed detail, which has the seam running down the back and also down the sleeves, is such an elegant touch. It's definitely something I wouldn't have really thought about in terms of a little detail for my sweater, but this has just been one of my favorites, and it pairs with everything because it's ivory. So I know that this is something I'm still going to wear through spring as much as I can anyway, and I'm really excited about being able to wear this again next year too. So next I've got two pairs of pants that I want to talk about, and the first are a pair of work trousers, and I actually got these to film my workwear videos, which the spring versions will be coming really soon, so do keep an eye out for those. They're the Everlane work pants. So I've got them in the navy in the ankle length, and you know, I really didn't expect that I was going to enjoy wearing these as much as I do. I find that they're actually really flattering, and the reason why is because I think because they don't have that button fly detail in the front, I sort of almost thought they look a little bit like leggings. I've never really had any technical trousers like this where they've just got a zipper on the side. So from wearing these, they don't bunch up at the crotch, which I think is really important, especially if you've got a trouser like this without the button fly. They aren't too tight or anything like that. They fit really nicely across the bum. I think they're really flattering, and I love the ankle length. For me, that's the perfect length. I do carry a lot more height in my torso. I've said this so many times, but I just prefer when things cut off just above the ankle. I feel like it makes your legs look a lot narrower, and if you're wearing a shoe which exposes the ankle, I just find that that's really flattering as well. So I have been pairing these a lot, particularly with that white sweater that I showed before. Sorry, these keep falling over. They've just got the side zipper detail. In terms of the sizing, I got a size 2, and I am a 25 in jeans most of the time. Sometimes I'm a 24, sometimes I'm a 26, depending on the brand, but generally a 25. And I think these are a really good fit for me. I have put them in the washing machine and they wash really well. They come out a little bit snug, and then they stretch and kind of relax and give a little bit as you wear them. But I think the fact that they don't have pockets on the back or on the front either, I think creates a really nice streamlined silhouette, which is really flattering, and it looks really great with the blazer as well. So been loving wearing those, and yeah, they're just one of those things that has been so unexpected for me, and I'm really glad that I've got them in my wardrobe. They have been such a workwear staple. This other pair of trousers I actually think I probably mentioned in my autumn most worn as well. I really am a creature of habit, I'm so sorry, but I tend to wear my favorites over and over again, and I think you guys kind of know my wardrobe is very much focused on classic pieces, so I tend to find myself reaching for those more than anything else. They are the Dr. Denim skinny jeans. So I got these in the 25-30 leg, and I actually think I got them taken up and then also taken in at the ankle just slightly because I wanted them to fit really snug. I've had these for 4 years now, I believe, quite a while, and they've held up really well. They are really nice and stretchy. They've got a nice amount of elastic to them, but I find that they don't stretch out. They just really hug the body nicely. They feel almost like you're wearing leggings, but they're denim. They're quite a thick-ish denim, but they feel really soft. So I would love to get another pair of jeans from Dr. Denim. I just am not really in the market for new jeans. I wear them a lot, but I probably could do without them. But I find that these look really great with absolutely everything. Being a faded black, they just perfectly pair with all of the items in my wardrobe. I also love these with that Joseph sweater, and that's a combination I've worn quite a bit, and you probably have seen it a few times on my YouTube channel too, but it's just sort of a winning combo for me. I just think it works really well. I also love how these pair with some of my lighter, skinnier, slimmer fitting tops, should I say. So I've got a black and white striped top from Warehouse, which has flutter cuff sleeves, and I really like wearing that with this, with a little belt at the waist and just a nice low heel. So yeah, those are my next most worn item. Now, because I do work in a more relaxed office environment, I don't tend to wear a blazer every single day, but I do find that it's a really great piece just to have hanging on the back of my chair, and it is something that I find is a really great finishing touch for a lot of my outfits, especially if I'm not wearing an oversized sweater. And the blazer that I've been reaching for a lot this winter is my Helmut Lang blazer, and I've had this for 7 years. I've had it for a really long time. I have noticed that the fabric is starting to pull away, or at least, sorry, should I say the lining interior is starting to pull away from the fabric here, so I might need to get that repaired. But other than that, it's held up really, really well. I have to say I'm very impressed with the quality, particularly given it was a huge investment for me, and this was really one of the biggest investments I made in my wardrobe. And when I realized that having those quality basic pieces was so much better than buying, you know, fast fashion all the time. So this is really flattering. It's quite kind of boxy, I think, in the shoulders. I'm very narrow in the shoulders, I found, and this kind of makes me look a little bit broader. It's a longer style, so it looks really good with jeans, actually, particularly boyfriend jeans. If you haven't seen my how to style white denim video, I'll link it up here because I wore this with some boyfriend jeans and I just think it looked really killer. But yeah, I really love this blazer, and it's no wonder it's been one of those things that I've reached for a lot. I'm kind of going to cheat a little bit with the next one, which is my most worn coat. Now, I have 2 coats that I've worn heaps, and if you watch all of my what I wear in a week videos, then you probably know which 2 coats I'm talking about, and I actually can't really figure out which one I've worn more than the other one. So I will start with the one that's on top of the pile here, which is my Mute by JL Camel Cashmere coat. So I was so lucky to be sent this by the brand, and I have just really incorporated this into my wardrobe. It's become such a staple for me. It's really beautiful and soft. The fabric feels really beautiful and lovely. It's not lined, it's just a double-faced cashmere, and then it's got the pockets. This particular one has got this ruching at the back with a belt at the front, and I will show you in the cutaways how it looks belted because I have had questions about that. But this has just been one of those things that I have worn so much. I find that this works particularly well if I'm wearing a lighter color palette, particularly beige, white, gray kind of colors. They look really nice paired with this. It just really helps to elevate the outfit, and as a finishing touch, it's really a standout piece. So I love this, and I've been on the hunt for a camel coat for a while, and this really has just been the perfect addition to my winter wardrobe, and I know it's going to be one that I'm going to be reaching for a lot next year too. Then the other coat is my Stella McCartney coat. So this one is a little bit more high-end, a little bit more expensive, and I do have a really great dupe, which I will link in the description box below. I bought this as a birthday present for myself, and I was really lucky because I managed to get it for a major bargain, brand new with tags. So I got very, very, very lucky with this coat. I really like being able to support brands like Stella McCartney, so that was why I was so excited to add this particular coat into my wardrobe, and it's a really classic style. It's a pea coat, it's quite oversized, a little bit boxy. I love the fact that the pockets are concealed. You wouldn't really know that they're there. The only complaint that I have about it is that it picks up Winston's fur. He's got really, really fine fur because he is a ragdoll, and it does get on everything. I do brush him regularly, but I mean, this is one of those things, you can't help it if you've got a long-haired white cat. So that's probably the only thing. I always have to roll in myself with one of those sticky tape things before I head out the door whenever I decide to wear this. But it just works with all of my outfits. I'm really pleased that I decided to pull the trigger on this particular coat. I would love one day to own a second coat from the brand if I can afford it. But yeah, this was just a really lovely piece to invest in, and I can't wait to wear it again next winter too. Then we've just got a couple of accessories. So I'll start with the scarf that I've worn the most, which has to be my Acne Studios Canada scarf. So this is my second scarf from Acne. I bought my first one the first year that we were living here in Sydney. It's my dark grey one, and I still wore that as well a lot this winter. I really love Acne scarves. I think they're horrendously expensive. I think this was $280, which honestly, that's Australian. That's a lot of money to pay for a scarf in my opinion. But I think if you are buying something like this, it's really nice quality that you're going to be wearing year after year after year, it's not going to be a throwaway piece, then I kind of can justify that a little bit. I do like to spend a little bit more on those basic pieces for my closet. And I absolutely love the color of this. It's this really nice kind of warm tone, like teddy bear brownie beige color, and it goes with so much of my wardrobe. It pairs really nicely with the Mute by JL coat. You will have seen this in quite a few of my outfits, I'm sure, and it's kind of been my go-to. I found that actually the wool on this one is slightly softer than the wool on my grey one, so if you are planning on buying one of these, I highly recommend going and just touching them in store, because I think the feel of them is slightly different depending on the color. I'd say it's got to do with the dyeing process of the yarn, but I'm so pleased with that, and yeah, glad that I decided to take the plunge and get a second color in the Canada scarf. I just realized I've forgotten a pair of shoes, but I'm quickly going to talk through my most worn boots. And again, I have to cheat with this one too, because I've got two pairs of black boots and I've probably worn them equally about the same. So the first pair that I just wanted to mention are my Jo Mercer boots. These have a really nice height heel. They've got silver hardware with the little buckle detail across the foot, which I think is really nice, and these actually come up quite high. So these are sort of the boot that I like to wear if I'm wearing tights. I think these look really nice with dresses just because they do come up a little bit further up the ankle, and I find that really flattering. It makes your legs look a little bit narrower. They've got the little pull tab at the back. The leather on this is beautiful. It's really nice and soft. If memory serves me, I don't really think I had to wear these in at all. I do find the leather is a little bit stiffer around the toe, which is good, and it feels reinforced, which is great as well. This is the side zip up closure, and they've got the pointed toe details. I really love an almond toe just because I feel like it actually helps to elongate your legs slightly, and I also just feel like it's a little bit more elevated. It feels a little bit more dressy than a round-toed boot. So those are the Jo Mercer boots, and then the second pair of boots that I've got are from Eveline, and they are my Eveline Boss boots. And you guys will have seen I've done a couple of reviews on these. I did a review comparing these to the Acne Jensen boots, which I've said so many times. I think that there are different alternatives out there, so you don't need to splurge on on a pair of Acne boots if you don't have the budget or you don't want to. So these are just a really simple ankle boot. I think the heel height on these is just slightly lower than the Jo Mercer ones. They've got a much more pointed toe, which I think is a really nice detail. Hold on, let me put one of them down. And they zip up on the side with the silver zipper, which I think looks really cool. It's just a little point of contrast. They've got a little pull tab at the back. These are really, really comfortable. I can wear them all day and just wander around, and I do not feel it on my feet at all. I think it's got to do with the fact that the heel is really, really thick and sturdy, so it's supporting your foot quite a lot, and the leather is really nice and soft. It's that pebbled leather, so it does give with age, so you can kind of see slowly molding to the shape of my foot. Over time I think it will do more and more so, which is a complete look in itself. I prefer probably when it's a little bit less molded to my foot, but that's just because I hate the shape of my feet. Hands up if you also do. But they're just such a great classic piece. I'm so glad that I've kind of got these to reach for. These are the boots that I tend to wear a lot if I'm wearing them with a skinny jean, because I just think that they look really great with skinny jeans. They cut off a little bit lower than the Joe Mercer boots. Let me just put them side by side so you guys can see. So there's a little bit of a height difference in terms of how high they come up your leg, and I just think it's a little bit more flatter and you show off just a teensy sliver of ankle. So yeah, those are the Everlane Boss boots. It's a really cloudy day today, so it's sort of wreaking havoc with the lighting, so please bear with me. I'm going to talk through probably one of my most worn bags of the month. I'm not going to mention my tote bag because I think that's sort of a given, but the second most worn bag I would have to say is my Zodiac bag. So this is a really great dupe for the Prada Cahier bag, which after using this for quite a while, I think I would say I'd be quite happy to invest in the real thing now. I wasn't really sure about the closure. That was kind of the thing that hadn't really sold me, because you have to pull this out, then open this to actually get into the bag. But I don't mind it now. I think I've kind of gotten used to it. I think that's sort of with everything. As soon as you get used to something, it's no longer a problem or an issue anymore. But I've been really impressed with this. It's a lot of bang for your buck. I think it's really maximum impact. Works really well with a lot of my really minimal outfits. I will maybe put some photos on the screen as well. For me, one of my perfect outfits with this is sort of that Joseph sweater, the Dr. Denim jeans, the Mute by Gel coat, and then this worn with it. I just think it pairs really nicely, and actually all of the items that I feature in you could really wear as I guess a mini capsule wardrobe in a way. But yeah, I'm really pleased with this. It is on Amazon, so if you live in the US you can pick it up. I think the seller must have stopped shipping internationally. So yeah, that is my most worn bag outside of my Kuyana tote bag for winter. Then hang on one sec, I'm just going to quickly go and grab my last most worn item. Oh, I can't believe I forgot these. My Vanelli two-tone pumps. These shoes, I have them in the beige and the black, and I love the shoes so much that I decided to get the charcoal and black suede version as well, because I thought that would be a really great addition to my autumn winter wardrobe, and I was so on the mark with these because I really liked wearing the beige ones so much. These were a bit of a no-brainer, particularly because they're a lot more suited to the colder months, I think, just because of the color palette, and they work so well with so many of my outfits. I think that these look so much more expensive than they actually are, which I particularly love. They're really, really comfortable. I like the fact that they've got an adjustable strap at the back. They fit true to size as well. So I'm a European 40 and I got these in a 9M. I don't really think you need to get the wide style. I was having this conversation with one of my girlfriends who bought them in the beige, and she got the wide ones and she said she probably didn't need to. So yeah, I think that they're a really great shoe. The one thing I will say is that the sole can kind of come up, so you might need to get that repaired at some point. I've noticed that on my beige ones, which I got completely drenched in a summer downpour, I think it was, and I need to get them fixed, but I think I'll probably end up repairing them because I've completely thrashed them. But they really look great with absolutely everything. That outfit that I was just kind of describing before, the Zodiac bag, these were the shoes that I was wearing with that look. So I love these. I just think they're such an elegant, beautiful looking shoe, and I think the fact that they have the low heel makes them really great to wear for both the office and then also on the weekend as well. So those are my 10 most worn items for winter. I'd actually love to know in the comments below how many of the items you predicted would feature in this video, because I'm such a creature of habit, and you guys probably watch a lot of my what I wear in a week videos, so you'd be quite familiar with what I wear on a regular basis. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you next time with a brand new video. See you soon. Bye.